say that I'm out to lunch, lost at sea, like a little lost sailor. It's not that I'm gone, it's only a song in the key of failure. It's not that I'm gone, it's only a song in the key of failure.
They sat together in the park as the evening sky grew dark. She looked at him and he felt a spark, a tingle to his bones. 'Twas then he felt alone. Wished he'd gone straight and watched out for a simple twist of fate. They walked along by the old canal, a little confused, I remember well. Stopped into a strange hotel with a neon burning bright. He felt the heat of the night hit him like a thread, moving with a simple twist of fate. Saxophone, some far-off play, off by the arcade as the light grew, busting beat-up shade. He was waking up. She dropped a coin into the cup of a blind man at the gate and forgot about his simple twist of fate. Up, room was bare, he didn't see her anywhere. He told himself he didn't care, pushed the window open wide, felt the emptiness inside, to which he could just not relate, brought on by a simple twist of fate. Ticking of the clock, walks along with a parrot that talks, hunts it down by the waterfront docks where the sailors all come in. Maybe she'll pick him out again. How long must he wait? One more time for a simple twist of fate. People tell me it's a sin, and though it feels too much within, I still believe she was my twin, but I lost the ring. She was born in spring, but I was born too late. Blame it on a simple twist of fate. for a special treat tonight, I'll tell you. Hey, oh, oh. I'm picking out songs from the past that I've really never played before live, so a little bit of chorus on my guitar too. Just like that. Well, she stole my heart and she gave it back. Just like that. Just like that. So when I do myself in, when I'm all done, JG's arcade, every game will be played of hours of fun. Then I'll hand my fist full of tickets to some kid, the loneliest one. Some though, I've got my eye on that black guitar, so I'm gonna play this dollar right. If it takes me all damn night. I said, hey man, do yourself a favor and get a lava lamp instead. Spend the rest on airheads. I know I sound crazy. You think I'm crazy, don't you? You'll get further with a home team hat. I handed him my winnings and walked away. Just like that. But hey, anyways, I wanted to say before I head out the door, I don't need these tickets anymore. Cashed out long ago. Pretty good. Let's turn that chorus down just a smidge. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Again, I'm playing songs that I've really never played live before. Maybe some, but mostly not. from the past. Let's bank through some of them. I wasn't going to go live today, because I've been going live quite a bit recently, but I felt like playing some sad songs today, so... I believe now it's time to face the music and say goodbye. Makes me sad. You were my best friend. Got me through the good times and the bad. The best I've had. I know it's hard. It's harder for me. I know I'll be the first and the last you'll see. Will always be forever friends. You know your place and home are in my heart from the start. You know you'll always have a place in my heart from the start. Don't wanna part. I grew up, so did you. When no one else seemed to care, you were there. It isn't fair. Now it's time to say goodnight and to face the music and say goodbye one more time. I will this one. Turn down my vocals just a smidge. I want to fight for him, you know. On a scale of 1 to 10, would you consider me your friend? Now I know it's been a few years, so don't blame anyone. Shedding a tear. So I sat down to write this song, 'cause no one knows how to act now that you're gone. And you are free now to do what you wanna do. Did you do everything you wanted to do? Even though we were not close in the end, I considered you friend. You had some fights, you were disliked sometimes, but hell, that's fine. Trouble found you and wouldn't let you go, and last night it beat you outside in the snow. So while it's still fresh in our minds and hearts, we'll start to say farewell and part. And you are free now to do what you wanna do. Did you do everything you wanted to do? Even though we were not close in the end, I considered you friend. No more pain, no more trouble. No one can hurt you now. No 24. She bought the land for the farm outside the corner store, and she drives to a spot that no one can see. Puts on some Beatles and rolls up her sleeve. Now everyone wishes they could take it all back for a young little farmer. Slip through the cracks. And you are free now to do what you want to do. Did you do everything you wanted to do? Even though we were not close in the end, I considered you. I considered you. Oh, friend, I considered you. I considered you, friend. A lot of these are on. A lot of these songs are on records that I put out previously that you can find on Bandcamp, I believe. But old, forgotten, but they're from a different time. They're from. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You know, I was listening to the second last one I put out back in 2018, and I was like, God damn, some of these are fucking good. I was like trying to relearn them, and I was like, what the fuck chord was I playing there? And it was like bonkers. It was wild. And some of them, I think enough time has passed where, I don't know, maybe I'm just stroking myself off, but there's a couple, not the whole thing, but some of them I'm like, damn, that was a good fucking song. Maybe because I don't play it enough. And sometimes I think that, sometimes they're just so weird and crazy when I wrote it at the time and recorded it and I never played them out that I never really got to appreciate the songs. And some of them I'm going to play, not all of them, but on Bandcamp they're called, the first one that I ever put out was I Belong Nowhere. The second one was called Such A, but like the preface was called 200, and people got confused as if like that was what I was calling myself or something like that, but that's not the case. The case is that I wrote and recorded a lot of them in my car, which was a Chrysler 200. So the first one was called like 200 hyphen Such A. Second one was 200 Party Killer. Party Killer is the one where sometimes I cringe about it. Sometimes I'm like, that was a good idea. I go back and forth on it. But I recorded a lot of rain and thunderstorms that were happening around 2018, the summer of 2018. I was in an apartment on a second story, and I had a porch all to myself, and I would stick my recorder out there and record the torrential downpours and sirens going by and things happening on the road. And in between and during each song, you can kind of hear a lot of that. And if you weren't here for the very beginning when I play 10-15 minutes worth of music, the very last song I played, I realized, I was like, what the fuck? I closed with like a track that's like a 2-minute song, but the track itself is like 11 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing for 11 minutes? And I listened back, and I was like, that's some concept album shit right there. I just put in all these weird sounds and some old... I used to own an organ when I was like 16, 17, when I was living with my parents. Like, I bought the organ, I shoved it into the back of my minivan, and I put it in my basement, and I played it for a little while until I realized I couldn't keep this thing, and got rid of it somehow. But I've recorded a couple of things, and that's in there somewhere, and it's fucking wild. But anyways, that's at the beginning of this. And some of the songs that I usually play live, called Motel Room and You Ain't Special, the record versions are in the beginning of this video if you want to listen. Anyways, this is a song on that record that I never, ever, ever play. Why, I'm not quite sure, but it's called Cumbies. I don't have the money to take you out, honey. But if I did, we could be like kids. Stay out after dark, go running round in the park. We'd go to every store, wouldn't have to stay in no more. We'd go play with the puppies, make fun of the yuppies, and I'll buy you a dress and find me a sharp suit. We'd go out on the town, get up and tear it down, and I'll love you all night and early into the day. And I'll make you breakfast in bed, or maybe at the table instead. I wouldn't want to make a mess all over your new dress. And I'll look at you and say, let's do it again. And you'll look at me and you'll say, when? Right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. I don't have the money to take you out, honey, like the way I want to, like the way you deserve. So I'll leave you be, far away from me, and I'll break apart my broken heart, and I'll be back someday. But I hope and pray that you'll be waiting for me. When I have the money to take you out, honey, 'cause if I did, we could be like kids. Stay out after store. Wouldn't have to stay in no more. You go play with the puppies and make fun of those yuppies. And I'll buy you a dress. And you'll buy me a sharp suit. And we go out on the town. Get up and tear it down. And I love you all night and early into the day. And I'll make you breakfast in bed, or maybe at the table instead. Wouldn't wanna make a mess all over your new dress. And I'll look at you and say, let's do it again. And you look at me and you'll say when. Right now, 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 right now. Right now, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. But I don't have the money. Oh, I would say that was like 95% of the way there, which is impressive because I have not played that song in probably 3-4 years, maybe more. I literally listened to it, typed up the lyrics, and I was like, here we go. Thanks, Tito. I appreciate you watching. Let's see. So we're live on Twitch, on the Facebooks, and on Instagram. No, we're not on Instagram. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Soon to be TikTok, which is exciting. Not quite sure who's watching me on Facebook, but for whoever. Speak English. I can't. My tongue is tied. I appreciate all of you. I just do this for fun. Usually it's on Fridays, but this week in particular, I had some extra free time. So I was doing it way more than I usually do. So I wasn't going to do it tonight, but I don't know. I was kind of in a sad sack mood. So I decided to put together some songs that I have written and recorded, have never really played before though. So here we are. Pull step down, capo 4. What does that mean? So maybe capo 3? I don't know. I can't decipher my own notes. Anyways, I'm going to stop paying attention to things and stuff and pay more attention to what I'm trying to do here. This is the title song for my second record called Sucha. It was a running joke that I had with some friends back in the day when somebody was saying, "You're such a piece of shit," or "You're such an asshole," "You're such a yada yada." And then we just started getting into something that was like, "You're such a sucha." So that's what this is. Actually, I stole the first line or two of this song for another song that I'm doing. Because who cares? Rock and roll. Nobody's paying attention, so. I pissed myself again. I pissed myself. It's not the first and it won't be the last. But I'd rather not live in the future or relive the past. It's all over the driver's seat. My life is now complete. I'm such a I'm such a I'm such a vomited in my car again. It's all over me. It's on my shirt and my suede shoes. I can't get over you. I'm such a I'm such a I'm such a nothing I do feels right. Wakes me up mornings, haunts me at night. I don't eat and I can't sleep. I don't laugh or smile, I just wait. I'm such a such a I'm such a I'm such a So fun fact, those weren't the chords at all. I completely butchered. I didn't butcher it. I nailed it. But none of those are the chords. Bottom. Anyways, once again, a song that I've never played live before, so I kind of knew the cadence of the song though, so. This is a song on Party Killer, I believe. It's called When I'm in Your Room. Actually, I'm going to tune up a bit. Second week in a row, we were supposed to have practice, but didn't happen. So here we are. And once again, I've been left to my own devices this week. Therefore, I've gone live several times this week to the benefit of no one, and to the detriment of myself. And so that usually, this morning, once again, usually these things happen last minute because I'm a procrastinative / impulsive person. Hence the drinking problem. But I wasn't going to go live today because I think I went live Monday or Sunday. Also went live Wednesday, I believe. And I was like, that's too much. Usually the last couple Wednesdays I've been going live, but recording a song during the live instead of just doing what I'm doing here. Today, I was just in a really down mood and decided, well, if I can put some songs together, then I think that I would want to do that. I had a feeling it was you. Bish, glad you're here. I never know. And also, it's fucking Friday night, so... And also, I've gone live, I think, some ridiculous amount of times. But anyways, I am excited because this whole list of songs is a bunch of shit that I never, ever, ever play. So, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I can do that. And here we are. This is a song called Tune D, Two Steps Down. I make notes for myself, and then I'm like, I'll make tuning notes. So I don't tune my guitar regularly. I mean, it's tuned within itself, but it's a step down. And then when I wrote a lot of these songs, I tuned them a whole step down, but now I'm tuned a half step down. So when my notes that get made say capo 4, I'm like capo 4 tuned regularly, capo 4 tuned half a step down, capo 4 tuned a whole step down, and then sometimes I'll put that in there, but then sometimes that's confusing. Anyways, who cares? Rock and roll, folk music is an anomaly. Tune D, 2 steps down, 2 steps down. That doesn't make any sense. It's 2 steps meaning a whole step down. Capo what? Anyways, no capo. How about that? I'm in your room. I don't wanna go home. I'm in your room. Don't leave me alone. Watch a movie or play your guitar. Drink your warm beer and stare at the paintings on the wall. When I'm in your room, there's like a minor chord there. There it is. Learning this in real time. Like I said, I recorded this and forgot about it. When I'm in your room, I'm scared of your dad. I don't dare make a noise. I don't wanna make him mad. When we're in your room, we gotta be quiet. When he asks you what we're doing, I know you're not a good liar. I got enough enemies, I don't need one more. I need him on my side, so I'm in your room, I always gotta leave soon. We're all alone, you don't answer your phone. Friends get worried and the dog won't sound. When I have to go, I always bow. When I'm in your room, when I'm in your room. When you appear with food, I can't stop smiling. When I'm in your room, laundry piling, I don't care if it's a mess. I love that dress. Just another minute or two in the dark with you. Time stops for us when I'm in your room. 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 See if I can do that chord. When I'm in your room. When I'm in your room. Again, you can find this online. Bandcamp. Should be on Spotify. It's not on Spotify. I had this weird thing going a couple years ago where I put it all up on Spotify, and I thought to myself, this is trash. Took it off of Spotify. And then the company that I posted it through, it takes a whole lot to put it back up. So I think I might put it back up through the organization that I am working with now, Sound On, to get that old stuff back up. But you can listen to all of it through Bandcamp. It's all free. I believe if you purchase it, though, you get a bunch of bonus content, liner notes, demo tracks, etc., maybe artwork. For the last one, for the one that I just put out, all of that stuff. I'm not sure about artwork, because, I don't want to be, handing that shit out like candy, and not that it's that big of a deal, but I don't think I put that file on there. But liner notes, which are funky and fun. Liner notes meaning, I just wrote a couple paragraphs when I was fucked out of my mind on tequila, writing about myself and what went into the record. There's actually a secondary file that I don't think I posted, which was the more serious version of here's what my brain was going through all these tracks, through this track and that track, and then I just read that a couple days after I wrote it. I was like, this is trash. And then I got drunk one day. I was like, I'm gonna rate these for real. And then I just wrote kind of a more badass version of the liner notes. But those are available if you purchase the last record. Bonus tracks and demo tracks of all of the songs, or even better, alternate versions of some of the tracks. I think Day Drinkin' has an alternate version, and I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see here. to, bear with me. Again, who cares? I think Hate My Heart has a version or two in there. I have a song in there which I believe is on SoundCloud, but is also in the bonus content called Late Capitalist Society Blues, which is one of the few tracks and something that I love to do, but it doesn't happen all the time, where I record a piece of music that's like a minute long, and then I slap it together with another piece of music, and I just like mash them together, and then like 6 other things happen, and it's like 6 different songs in one, and it's fucking insanity, and it's like a psychedelic fucking acid trip. And then there's several versions, I think at least 2 different versions of Something's Missing. I think I tried putting drums to one of them, and there's a second version of Water to Wine in there. But anyways, I digress. Let's move on with the show. This is on this is on Party Killer. Party Killer, that record that I did, I don't know. I think I've finally hit the point where I'm like not trying to move past it anymore. I'm listening to those songs now, and I'm like, damn, those are some good fucking songs. 2 steps down, 1 step up, exactly. 1 step back, 6 steps. 1 step forward, 6 steps backwards. Oh, I apologize. Let's see here. Turning everything up. You know what it also might be? I can't stick a limiter on this because usually a limiter would help, which means it brings everything up in the program, but make sure it doesn't peak. However, that usually sends a delay. Like when I play, it'll be a couple milliseconds late, but hopefully that sounds a little louder. Hey, well, 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 well. Is that better? Well, 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 well. Sounds great in my fucking head. Now you got me wondering. You know what though? It's so you're saying the acoustics. Probably. Oh, you know my. Oh shit! Don't do that. I slapped a different compressor on my. Acoustic today, and maybe that might be why. I don't know where you're listening, but maybe check. I mean, I don't have anything panned, so I don't know. Well. More vocals than anything else. I'll try to kill my vocals a bit. It says my acoustics being louder. I don't know. Half a step down, capo 4. That's where I'm tuned. I'm tuned half a step down, so that means capo 4. Again, this was on a record that I made called Party Killer. I do also have a chorus on my guitar, which I think sounds really good. Got a big fat boner about that. And Nobody can tell because my guitar is sitting in front of my crotch. Ha ha ha, that's a man joke. Sorry. I haven't had dinner. Gonna get canceled. Sorry. Boop. You know, I was drinking hard liquor today, and I was like, if I go live and do this shit, one drink isn't gonna cut it. So I made 2 drinks at the same time. I think a lot of it has to do with I'm not out in the live space, so I have to. The mic is sitting far away, but I have it jacked up, so I can, you know, I'm sitting like 2 feet away from the mic, but I could still hear myself, and obviously I don't. My guitar's not mic'd; it's plugged in. So are you saying that my vocals aren't loud enough or too loud? I'm getting mixed signals. This is one of the harder songs that I had to learn 20 minutes before the live, and I'm gonna forget it now. Not loud enough? Are they still not loud enough? Hold on a second. I aim to please the masses. Holy fucking shit. Really? Because I can hear myself in my head real well, and that's what's going out into the air. So, hold on, let me see. You must be listening on a fucking Radio Shack radio. God damn you. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? There's also like a 20-second delay with Facebook, which is fucking amazing. Oh, that's fucking why. Jesus. On your fucking laptop. You're not listening to me through a professional stereo experience. I'm just kidding. I'm just wondering why it makes it sound so quiet. Yeah, actually, I would rather be on fucking TV. It's the only time I'm ever going to be on TV. But I don't know if you can hear me when I say that. Honestly, I don't care. Hi, Mom, I'm on TV. You know what it also is? You've derailed this whole thing. You've fucking derailed the whole thing. I have a giant... Finish the sentence. compression on everything. So, hello. I don't fucking know. Who cares? Rock and roll. You're the only reason I'm here anyway. This doesn't fucking matter. Fuck! You know, I was in a mood. You brought me out of it. Probably for the better. There's a comma in there. I know there is. On with it! I used to piss off my bandmates with that. There's a Who concert that you can listen to. I forget what it is. I think it's when they're trying to record Who's Next. They're trying to audition those songs, and they play a club, a little theater with it, and some guy in the audience goes, "Get on with it! Get on with it!" in his British accent. And Pete Townsend's just like, "I don't know that one." He's like, "Get on with it, motherfucker!" And he just reams out a new one or something like that. But anyways, I was at a band practice once. This was 10 years ago or something. You know, as the drummer, you're sitting there and like, everybody's like and like shooting shit, and like we're like waiting. I'm like waiting for them to play the next song, and I'm just go, get on with it. And they got really pissed at me for whatever reason, and I don't know. So every time I'm like dead air, dead air, dead air. I'm like in my head, I'm like, get on with it, mate. Get on with it. Just like a heckler. That's like the best thing to heckle. Get on with it. You fucking cunt. Fucking beautiful. I'm probably not going to remember these, but sometimes I wonder if you ever think of me. With you is all I ever wanted to be. Oh honey, I feel sick taking all those trips for nothing. Do you know I feels to be miles away, 200 exactly. It goes unspoken, nothing needs to be said. When you left, I couldn't see nothing but red. But guess what? You know that I dance now. Somebody pulled me out on the floor, and I only wanted more. Somebody pulled me out on the floor, and I only wanted more. But she was taking, at least I walked through the door. I'm glad you're happy, headed back to the city. Sometimes I wonder, sometimes I wonder, sometimes I wonder if you ever think of me. Now I feel like all I can hear are my vocals. I'm changing it back. I'm also not singing out. So, as in, ow, ow, ow. I'm gonna do that again, because fuck you. Sometimes I wonder. God, now I fucked up the whole mix. Who gives a fuck? Rock and roll. Folk music, am I right? Sometimes I wonder if you ever think of me. With you is all I ever wanted to be. See, that's why, because these chords are fucked. It's sometimes I wonder if you ever think of me. With you is all I ever wanted to be. Oh honey, I feel sick taking all those trips for nothing. Do you know how it feels to be miles away, 200 exactly. It goes unspoken, but I think it needs to be said. When you left, I couldn't see nothing but red. But guess what? You know that I dance now. Somebody pulled me out on the floor, and I only wanted more. Somebody pulled me out on the floor, and I only wanted more. She was taking, at least I walked through the door. I'm glad you're happy, headed back to the city. Sometimes I wonder, sometimes I wonder, sometimes I wonder if you ever think of me. The chords are fucking weird is all I'm saying. The chords are weird. Fuck you. If anybody's joining from any other platform, I'm fighting with a sworn enemy who's telling me to fuck myself? Fuck them. Jesus. What kind of friend is that? More notes. Half a step down. Capo 2. I am half a step down, so this would be Capo 2. The best kind of friend. The kind of friend who would tell you that you're a piece of shit. But I don't know, because they might not be able to hear me, because they're fucking deaf. Clearly. What I hear in my head sounds good. And that's what's going out into the planet universe of online World Wide Web verse. So, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with your laptop, but if you got a new laptop, this is what you do. You get a Bluetooth speaker, which you probably have, but you probably don't have it plugged in. So go plug it in, because the battery's probably fucking dead. And you turn it on, and you hook it up to your laptop, and then you listen to me there, because the Bluetooth speaker is going to sound in your shitty-ass fucking laptop speakers. Anyways. Judge me on the present, you lose every time. But if you stick around a while, honey, you'll turn out fine. You said I was the best, honey, as long as you know I got a hot black top waiting for me. I'm gonna go. It makes me sick just thinking about it. It makes me sick just thinking about it. It makes me sick just thinking about it. Tell them I left like all the rest. Did you leave on thinking I was only a mess? If I could write one song just to get you back, I'd start myself with 50 notebooks in defiance. Rely on me, this reliance. It makes me sick just thinking about it. It makes me sick just thinking about it. It makes me sick just thinking about it. It makes me sick just thinking about you. It makes me sick just thinking about how you're listening to me on laptop speakers. It makes me sick just thinking about you. It makes me sick just thinking about 8,000 feet up in the air at once, and I probably can't breathe. Makes me sick just thinking about it. It makes me sick just thinking about you in a black dress. I couldn't hear my vocals that time. Oh, shit. Hey, I've got something. Maybe this. I think that's what. I don't fucking know. You know, you try something, it doesn't work. Hey, I think it's this compressor. Hey, that just looks. Hey. Why is that peeking out there? What's the dealio, yo? Let's see. Bum 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 bum. Boom 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 boom. Effects, filters. I don't have any filters on there, so it's capping out at something. Hey, ba 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 da 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 da. Ba da da ba ba ba. Something is limiting. Ba 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 ba. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see here. Fuck. When I play music through, like, for instance, this on last test. Guns kill people, people kill people. That shows that it's louder. It's going in. It's louder than I can be with this program, which I don't know what's happening. But what's gonna happen in the next 2.5 minutes is I'm gonna play some music. I'm gonna go paint my yard, and I will be back.
You ain't special, but to me you were. Oh, you ain't special, but to me you were. Sat at the table, counting my toes, waiting for the door to clear up so I could go. We walked in, but I wouldn't go dancing. I didn't like the way you liked to flirt. You ain't special, but to me you were. I walked away, but I came back again. The way you looked at me, I will never forget. Thought I was made in the shade, felt so pure. So when you left, like you did, it really hurt. You ain't special, but to me you were. Oh, you ain't special, but to me you were. I was in a bad place, and so were you. Hoping we'd get through, sticking like glue. Thinking I was God, and I was the cure. You ain't special, but to me you were. I miss you, and I miss your friends, but I tried moving on since then. We'll go on a date now and then, now and again, like you and I, it always ends. I feel guilty, I try to pretend. You were her, you were her. You ain't special, but to me you were. Oh, you ain't special, but to me you were. Oh, you ain't special, but to me you were.
Hey. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Community standards and practices. This is another one that I think was pretty damn fucking good. I was listening to this today, the recording of it that I did, and I was like, fuck, that's a great song. And again, might be me just masturbating about myself. But I think you might have heard this. I think this might have been a song that I used to play. Half a step down, capo 3. Half a step down, and capo 3. I feel like I can't. I'm gonna stop caring about it because it's gonna drive me fucking nuts. Hey, okay. Now there's a beer in my way. Needed a capo the other day for a sweet love song I wanted to play, but I didn't have one. I needed cash, but I had none. Mandy came over and I was ashamed. All my love songs for her sounded the same. She didn't care. She just liked to sit and stare. She thought I was fine. She knew I thought she was fine, sublime. At least at one time. We got in her car, she knew where to go. We were gonna get that little red capo. Walked right in the store. You should have seen her move across the floor. She was a sight, but so very polite. With the clerk, I did flirt, and she shoved that capo down her shirt. I even played some piano before we left. Smirks and smugs after our successful theft. We got back to her room. She kissed me some, but pretty soon one red capo did emerge, and several pics she also purged. And I asked, where'd you get those from? She said they were a buck a pop. So I shoved them down my top. Mandy and I were partners in crime. I was Bonnie, she was Clyde, sneaking into movies with our wine, having nights out on a dime, smoking in the bath. But I know nothing ever lasts, so she never stayed too long. And before the water cooled, she was gone. But as thieves do and as thieves are, she was too quick, she was too smart. She took it all apart. And the last thing she took was my heart. And the last thing she took was my heart. You tell me, Ken, do I sound all right? I think I sound all right. I feel like there's something on my vocals that's... Ba 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 ba. I think I sound loud enough and equalized with my guitar. Maybe. Again, there's like a solid 30 to 40 second delay, so between what I do and what people respond with, so, and what you see, I should say. This is one of the first songs I ever wrote that somebody ever told me they gave a shit about, and sounded good, so I kept it around for a little while. My woman, she's got class. My woman's an hourglass. My woman, just as bitter than I. So I buy her the best things money can buy. My woman, I don't deserve her, so I do everything I can to serve her. My woman, she couldn't hurt a fly, but she can bring me down with a pat of an eye. Oh, I love you, babe, and if you tell me so, I'll drive into Boston and I'll carry you home. We could be happy anywhere in the world, as long as you'll be my American girl. Feels like there's a unnecessary compressor somewhere on me that I haven't found quite where the source of it is yet, but or did you meet me just to beat me down, or did you really wanna know? Are you done picking other people's fights? None of that will matter if you love me tonight. We can fix each other's problems, we can make each other right. No, I can't afford all the diamonds and pearls, as long as you be my American girl. My woman, she's not like me, so I try to be the best man I can be. My woman, you can't pin her down, because she sticks the pins in every map in town. My woman, she's not really mine. I'm only writing this to pass the time. That woman, she's better than I, so think about her from time to time. Oh, I love you, babe, and if you tell me so, I'll fly across the world and carry you home. Home is wherever my head hits the sheets, and I'll forever wander until the next time we meet. I love you, babe, and if you bat an eye, I'll beg, borrow, and steal, I'll deceive and I'll lie. I'll search the alleys of Paris and I'll roam the roads of Rome. I'll freeze my feet in Antarctica just to carry you home. We could be happy anywhere in this old world, as long as you'll be my American girl. As long as you'll be my American girl. Let me check some things. I'll turn this off. Turn this off. Hey, I'm going to take silence as note that I sound fucking incredible and everybody's left speechless. I don't mean song or performance wise, I just mean volume wise, mix wise. Anywho. Somebody put it in my head that I don't sound as good as I usually do. As in I fuck something up. Get on with it! This is the Crown Royal water break. That was the Crown Royal water break. I think this one actually has a Patriots logo on it. 'Cause I'm such a Patriots fan. Oh my god, they give me such a hard time. That's not true. But I do watch football. I only watch football if somebody else I know watches football. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy watching it, but really only if everybody else is invested in it, then I can get into it. Here's a story, which I might have told 1,000 fucking times, but I'm going to tell it again because it was fun. And now funny because it wasn't a recent story. This was a time when... So Emma and I had been going out for less than 6 weeks, and she was just like, hey, every season I buy Pats tickets for like one game, and she's just like, I usually bring my mom, but let's bring you. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, what we do is we pregame at the motel, and I was like, okay, fine with me. So she's like, bring whatever you want to bring, and I was like, okay. So we go. We bring a cooler full of booze and beer, and at the time I think I was like hell-bent on not getting a bunch of beer, or at least pre-gaming with a bunch of beer. So I think I bought a bunch of rum. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me that question. So I'm drinking, and she's just like, my mom has Adderall, and she gives it to me sometimes, and she gives me half, so I have a whole one, so you take half, and it'll keep you awake through this whole thing. And I'm like, when in Rome, right? She's just like, you're gonna have a great time. Sure. I get half. This is the first time I've ever taken it in my life, so I'm drinking my face off, take half an Adderall. I mean, I don't take half an Adderall is what I mean. I have probably 3 to 4 drinks. Our motel is a walk away from the stadium, like maybe half a mile. So we make shifties to go. That's what I call them, but you can call them whatever you want, incognitos. We have these energy drink bottles that we drink, and then we fill them with our secondary energy drink. And that at that time, like, we played card games and shit in the motel room, and at that point I had like, God, maybe 3, maybe 4, and then like the 4th or 5th one was on my way there as we walked, and she had one too, and of course she's smaller than me, so she's like, we got to the stadium, she's like, I'm not gonna finish mine before we get in. So I finished mine, and I'm like, okay, I'll finish yours. Finish hers, and by that time I've got copious amounts of hard liquor in me. And then we get into the stadium. The game has not started yet. And then I start buying beer, and we buy beer. And at some point, because of the medication, I blacked out. It was the first time in my entire life, I think, I blacked out. Like, truly blacked out, where I was like, things were told and recollected to me that I do not remember happening. But the highlight of it was halfway through the game, we went back down underground or whatever to buy alcohol again, probably about my 10th beer, whatever the fuck it was. And she's like, you were so fucked that, like, we bought our drinks, and then, like, we were looking at there's like a guard, like a security person standing where you can go down into like the top seating for the, like, behind the dugout, basically behind the sidelines. And she's like, you were just so confident with your beer after we had gotten back there, and you were so fucked, and you were so confident that you just walked right by that guy, and then we found 2 seats, and we were maybe less than 10 feet from Bill Belichick's fucking head.
And we watched the game from there for like 20 minutes until the people who were in those seats came back and kicked us out. And I was like, yeah, well. And then we ended up leaving because I was being obnoxious, I think. And we ended up watching half of the game. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it was a fun time that I don't remember. And that was like one of the only times where I got like almost an entire night recited to me that I don't remember, which I'm not proud of, but it was actually quite terrifying because that has never happened to me in my entire life. But it was because Adderall, don't do that when you're drinking. This is a Badfinger song.
Well, I can't forget this evening and your face when you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. I let you go. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. Can't live. Living is without you. Says you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows.
That was my fucking favorite song for a long, long, long time. So Badfinger wrote it, and the next year, Harry Nilsson, did a cover of it, which is like he was the one who made it a standard of the time. Everybody covered it. Fucking Glenn Campbell, fucking I think Barbra Streisand. There's a bunch of covers of this song, but Harry Nilsson's cover of the Badfinger song, Harry Nilsson's version of it is like, I consider them two different songs, because I love Badfinger's version. It has the desperation and the gang vocals and the rock song part of, I don't want to call it a rock song, but the power pop version of that chorus. Just being able to like scream it. But Nilsson's version is like, if you want to play. So I used to know it on piano, and I probably still do if I could. I'd have to pick it up again real quick, but I learned it on piano first. And doing that, he plays it in a slightly different key, but the notes that Nilsson hits when he sings the chorus is like that's a fucking, like, that fucks your fucking head up. I can't live if living is without you. Can't live. I'm trying to think of what key he does it in, but it's like I have no fucking idea. I think it's up there somewhere. It's like and of course there's like strings and brass, and it's like he has like the ballad version of that fucking song. And the way he fucking sings that song, it's so good that it's like the pivotal, like, it's like Hendrix doing All Along the Watchtower. Like the Dylan version, you can't compare the two. They're the same song. And like some people are like, I like this version, I like that version, but it's like you can't. It's like Joe Cocker doing With a Little Help from My Friends. The version of Joe Cocker doing With a Little Help from My Friends is also equally as mindfuckery. When he does it at Woodstock, go home and look up the video or listen to the audio of Joe Cocker doing With a Little Help from My Friends from Woodstock, at Woodstock. Me and my high school band buddies, one of which I'm going to see tomorrow, actually, we were like mind fucked with that fucking version of that song. Oh my god. I can't give anymore. I can't instead of falsettoing it for me, if I had not been stretching my can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. Can't live if living is without you. I don't know. That's Nilsson. Fucking listen to both the Badfinger version and the Nilsson version of those songs, and you'll get what I'm talking about. Both are, I don't know. Some people I think prefer the Nilsson version because he belts it out, and I think the chorus of the Badfinger version is very like an acquired taste, but as just aficionado and a fucking diehard power pop fan, like the chorus of the Badfinger version just has so much desperation in it. It was actually, the lyrics went together with, Badfinger was already an entity, 2 songwriters in the band at the time, Pete Ham, Tom Evans. Pete Ham had the verses, Tom Evans had the chorus. Pete Ham was about to leave. The band lived in a house. I'm digressing, and who gives a fuck? But the band lived in a house at the time, and Pete Ham was going to go on a date with his girlfriend. And right before he was about to leave, Tom Evans was just like, I got a chorus, and I think we, like, I got a song. I think we have a song that we could put together with these two. Like, it's got to happen right now. And Pete Ham was just like, I'm going out with my girl, like, and then he looked at her and was just like, I'm sorry, like, I gotta do this. And like, that's where some of the lyrics came from. Well, I can't forget this evening or your face when you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. But in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. And they wrote Baby Blue, and they wrote Day After Day. Oh, God. Apple of My Eye. Oh. And then, of course, the eponymous. No matter what you are, I will always be with you. Doesn't matter what you do, girl. Ooh, girl, it's you. No matter where you are, doesn't matter what you do, girl. No matter what. Ugh. Such an underrated fucking band. And those 2 guys killed themselves. That's what the industry will do. Anyways, this song is about an imaginary suicide. The note that I have is no capo, which doesn't help me at all. Get on with it. Mandy's funeral was today. What happened there would not exactly say. All of her ex-boyfriends went and told her dad all the time they spent and how they loved her. The father could only nod his head. He could not speak through the pool of tears. So much pain for all those years. And now his daughter is dead. She was his and his and his and his true love, and he was hers. But if only she knew when she was alive, she would have had 4 or 5, but she never knew. And that's how she died. And now the heartbreakers slink out to Heartbreak Palace in droves to atone. But they never gave a damn that she was alone. They never did. Now all they do is care. And now her Honda sits in the garage with the tires rotting, and the sorrow grows no
no signs of stopping. A voicemail full of silence. The father resorts to domestic violence on himself. He lost his baby. And no amount of pills or therapy will help. How about this Jonah Hill thing, huh? I haven't even watched the movie yet, but all of a sudden all these people are like, fuck that guy with 1,000 rakes. Who knew Jonah Hill was gonna be a fucking possessive creeper, huh? What a fuck. Mandy's friends can't understand, but they accept that the brandy man can slowly realize no amount of brandy bring back Mandy. Mandy's funeral was today. What happened they would not exactly say. All of her ex-boyfriends went and told her dad all the time they spent and how they loved her. I don't know if you've been following along with that saga, but all kinds of people are like, this guy's a fucking weirdo. Makes sense. So if you weren't following along, he used to be dating some surfer woman, and she was also a model and hung out with her friends in the surfing and modeling business, and he was very possessive about that. But he also just put out a movie about him talking to his therapist, and I think he's trying to justify his possessive and controlling aspects as like, I'm just setting boundaries, and it's just like, no, these are you being uncomfortable with your girlfriend hanging out with other people. Like, I guess he asked her to stop basically doing everything that she wanted to do. Everything that made her happy, he was just like, don't do that. I don't want you to hang out with your surfer friends or your modeling friends anymore because that makes me uncomfortable. So I'm setting boundaries. It's like, no, bitch, you're controlling. But I just didn't have Jonah Hill being an enemy on my fucking 2023 bingo card this year, you know what I mean? Just wasn't prepared for that. In my heart, and I think in a lot of millennials' hearts, he'll always be the super bad kid, you know what I mean? Moneyball and The Wolf of Wall Street, classics. But now he's an asshole. This is a Magnolia Electric Company record / Songs Ohio record / Jason Molina song, which I hold very near and dear to me, which is why I never really play it. Ken's got jokes. You'll never hear me talk about one day getting out. Why I put a new address on the same old loneliness. Everybody knows where that is. We built that house of his, and when he's not home, someone else we know always is. And if heaven's really coming back, I hope it has a heart attack when they see how dangerous It is for guys like that, and the night has always moved. When it's time to get going, when it's really been so long that it starts showing, it's always had that ghost. Always almost tells me the secret. And I think he's been letting me win. And I think he's doing it again. Thanks for letting me win. And everything you hated me for, honey, there was so much more. I just didn't get busted. I ain't looking for that easy way out. This whole life it's been about try and try and try, try and try and try to be simple again. Be simple again. Just be simple again. Just be simple again. Just be simple again. There's a classic joke. If your significant other is angry, throw a blanket over their shoulders and go, now you're super mad. Quick way to DIVORCE town, or breakup town, or out on the fucking streets town. Would you like to know what the inside of a Motel 6 looks like? Super 8. Coming up. Talk to me, devil, again. Oh man, fucking! They just came out with a Sojourner box set. It's like $120, but it's 4 records because that record itself was 4 different. I think when it came out, it was just 1 record, but they recorded about an album's worth of songs in 2007 at 4 different studios, and so they finally released it in like a 4 or 5 vinyl box set. And I've got a real hard on for it, and I think I'm going to buy it soon. Also, their last record that they put out, which they have, I think it's a 40, if you ever care for it, a 45-minute documentary on YouTube that you could just watch for free when they were recording their last record in 2009. Shiloh, what's their last record called? Let me see. I know we are electric company. Josephine is the record. When they were recording that at, of course, the famed Chicago audio, Steve Albini's spot. Electric Audio. Yes, Electric Audio. There's like footage of them in the van heading to Chicago, and then them in the studio and interviews with the band and talking about the process and recording all that.
the fucking song on that record that should have closed it, I think. I don't think it does, but it's called Shiloh. I tried to cover that a couple weeks ago. It didn't turn out well, but the song Shiloh is like, man, talk about a fucking So I got back into them. The weird thing is, and I'll go on a little rant here, tangent, I should say. Early June, I got back into them because I was on YouTube watching something, and I had watched some of their videos or whatever on YouTube, and it just came up on my side thing, and I was like, you know what? It's fun to watch that because it's evergreen, like with them in the studio or any band that I admire in the studio. And I hadn't seen the documentary in a little while. And again, it's not like a 2-hour documentary thing. It's not like a full-length thing. It's like a half-hour, 45-minute thing. So I just put it on again. And then I was like, I haven't listened to Magnolia Electric Company shit in a while. And so I started listening. And then very quickly after that, my cat got sick and then died very, very swiftly. And I was like, I don't believe in, things happen for a reason, yada, 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 destiny. I don't really subscribe to any of that. But it was very coincidental and convenient that I happened to be listening to one of the most fucking depressing, bands. Not depressing. Depressing is not the right word, but, sad, melancholic, just anything from Songs Ohia, and more so Magnolia Electric Company, the band. That band's 5 or 6 records are just if you want to be sad for a little while, just fucking listen to all of that shit. And I was already in it before it happened, and then during it, and then after it. So for the last month and a half has just been straight up Sojourner, Josephine, the Magnolia Electric Company record, just all that shit, all out. And just Texas 71, the Bowery, fucking Just Be Simple, Hold On Magnolia, fucking Farewell Transmission, Whippoorwill. Those songs just fucking level you. Also, what is it called?
Something held me down and made me make a promise that I wouldn't tell when the truth forgets about us. Saying it now comes easily after finding out how you've been using me. At least the dark don't hide it. At least the dark don't hide it.
I think my favorite line of all time is in the song Leave the City, and I don't remember the chords to that, but the first line of that has to be in the top 3 fuck you, fuck I wish I wrote that, fuck I'm gonna stop writing music lines of all time. It's just mixing up songs, but
broke my heart to leave the city. I mean, it broke what wasn't broken in there already.
what the fuck? What the fuck? Who writes that shit? Who the fuck are you? It broke my heart to leave the city. I mean, it broke what wasn't broken in there already. What the fuck? What? That broke my fucking brain. I was like, oh my God, I will never write anything that good in my entire fucking life. And I was in a fucked up place when I heard that song, and I was hanging out with Matt a lot, and I was living at his fucking house in his basement. And oh man, when he introduced me to that band, fuck me, holy shit, broke my fucking brain. Broke my heart to leave the city. I mean, it broke what wasn't broken in there already. Speaking of songs that fuck me up, I never like to play this song because I think in my adulthood I have considered it my favorite song ever, and it's kind of like my favorite movie of all time, The Sting. I don't like to watch it all the time because its magic is just like, if I watched it a bunch, I just wouldn't hold the same magic. It's by Chris Bell, a big star, after he went solo, which didn't turn out well for him, but I've been to the man's grave twice in Memphis. The story goes, I bought tickets to a tribute show in 2014, I want to say. I have the poster framed out there. And then I found out, I think I wanted to invite somebody, and they couldn't go, and I decided, like, I don't know, I got work, I shouldn't go. But I had already told my boss that I was going to go. So I didn't tell him that I decided not to go. I was just going to take the time and not tell him. And the day before, the day of, it was a Friday, and the show was on the Saturday, and he gave me this epic speech about, like, man, you're driving to Memphis today, like tonight, like, or tomorrow, whatever, like, do it while you can, like, God, like, he gave me this epic, like, man, like, I'm so happy, whatever speech. And I didn't have the heart to tell him, like, I decided not to go. But his fucking epic, long, like, do it while you're young, man, yeah, speech, like, inspired. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then I left. He let me out early. I left. I got into my van. I sat there. I looked at the clock. I checked my phone, and I said to myself, if I leave now, I might be able to make the show. Which was in Memphis, Tennessee, which not only is in Tennessee, but the complete opposite side of Tennessee. So I was like, oh fuck. So I had to embark on a journey before I even started, because I had to go get shit to, like, buy, like, shit to eat on the road, because I was like, I'm not gonna stop. Like, I have to go. Like, the only times I'm gonna have to stop are to use the restrooms and, like, maybe eat something and to get gas. So I stopped at, like, a Walmart, bought a bunch of water, energy drinks, and, like, crackers and bullshit. And I had to run to the bank for some reason, but for some reason I had a temp ID at the time, and I was freaking out because I needed cash. And I think my debit card was expired, and I needed a new one. So I was freaking out, trying to call the bank before they closed, seeing if they could, like, accept a temp ID to take out cash. It was a whole freak out situation. They said they could, went to the bank, took out cash, got the cash. Something was wrong with my card, I remember, but I also had a temp ID. So I was like, can I take out cash with a temp ID? Because I was, like, committed to this idea of driving halfway across the country, but I couldn't do it if I didn't have cash, because I didn't have a card at the time, or whatever the fuck the situation was. And they said they could. I walked into the bank 20 minutes before they closed, took out, like, $600 in cash or something ridiculous, and then just went. I drove from 4 o'clock in the afternoon all the way through the night, all the way through the next day, and I made it to the venue less than half an hour before the show started at, like, 8 o'clock at night. That's how it was, over 25 hours plus stops. And I just remember standing there pretty much in the front row of this club, like, loopy as fuck. Like, I had been up for 2 days because I had stayed up and worked the entire day before that. So I'd had an entire day of work, got in my car, drove for 25, 26 hours, and then had to stand there for this fucking show. And it was totally worth it. But anyways, the next day, I stopped at this guy's grave. And then when I went back a couple years later with Matt, stopped again at his grave, left some guitar picks. Anyways.
Every night I tell myself I am the cosmos. I am the wind, but that don't get you back again. Just when I was starting to feel okay, you're on the phone. I never wanna be alone. Never wanna be alone. I hate to have to take you home. Wanting too much to say no. No, yeah, 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 yeah. There's a guitar solo here. My feelings always have been something I couldn't hide. I can't confide. Don't know what's going on inside. So every night I tell myself I am the cosmos. I am the wind, but that don't get you back again. Really like to see you again. I really wanna see you again. Really like to see you again. I really wanna see you again. I'd really like to see you again. I really wanna see you again. I never wanna see you again. I really wanna see you again. I really wanna see you again. I really wanna see you again.
That song fucking guts me, and like more than any other song, and especially its recorded version of it. And I think it's for the people who it will hit, it hits. But Chris Bell's voice is an acquired taste. But when you get past that, the desperation is just fucking that song, man. I am proud of that line. I'm not gonna lie. There's the conundrum, and I'm sure both of you will appreciate this, and at least maybe understand. Is like I can appreciate like when you have an affinity and when you love other lines of other songs, like all the things that I was just talking about, which I won't reiterate. But then there's sometimes when you come up with a line and you're like, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Like I think I kind of did it there a little bit there. But it's just like, how much, where's the line in terms of like that was really good and I know it's really good, and then just being masturbatory. You know what I mean? Like I think all of my songs are good. It's like, no, they're fucking not. But then sometimes you come up with a line and you're like, somehow at some point you have to realize that you know enough where you're self-aware where some of your lines or some of your songs are just okay, and then sometimes you have to be self-aware and I don't know, not proud is the word, but like sometimes you just got to be open and be like, you know what, that song, I hit the mark on that song or this song. And but on the flip side of that, I like to think those things, but there's that other part of me that battles with that being like, that's just me stroking myself off. Or is it actually really good? I don't know. I would like to think so, which is why I appreciate accolades from people I respect, other songwriters or people who have heard a lot of my music before, such as the people who are here right now. A lot of the songs that... So there's a lot of the songs that I play where I wrote them as a one-off, I wrote them as a throwaway, they were a demo of some sort, and then somebody in my life, whether it's a bandmate or a fellow musician or a fan or a friend or a loved one who's just like, keep that motherfucker, like what the fuck is that? Like I'll just be playing something and I'll be like, I don't know, here's this, or here's a demo I wrote. I'll get extremely drunk and make the mistake of playing a bunch of music for people, like recorded music, like that I just wrote or recorded, like demos, just straight up demos. Be like, I don't know, I put drums to this, but I don't know. And then somebody will just be like, what the fuck was that? And maybe not that quite of a reaction, but something along those lines, and be like, that's a good one, or like that's a great line, and I'm like, yes, I did it. Like, fuck yes. But yeah, hate in my heart. I think I hit the mark on that one, and I guess I'll play that. I'll play an acoustic version of it. I just thought this song reached its saturation point because when I recorded it and I referred to the restaurant, I didn't realize Fire and Ice was like a trashy cafeteria, essentially. And when I wrote the song, I didn't know that. I just thought it was like a fancy restaurant. So now when I sing it, I'm like, this makes no sense. But it's in the song now, so... Sorry for that cock tease there. But the song, and my point is that I waited way too long to put the song out. I fucking love that line though, I'm not gonna lie. Thanks for reminding me. And I will do that. There's hookers outside of Fire and Ice, or are those just your friends? They look dressed and ready to rock and roll. Do you think they're really getting in? How much in your wallet, baby, you call it, if it's a means to an end? Oh, there's guys in the alley
selling pills and bumps. I had a feeling this place was a dump. I don't mean you harm. I'm sure this place has probably got its charm. I always did wanna OD in the park. And I've got so much hate in my heart for your friends. And I've got so much hate in my heart. Can't pretend that I've got so much hate in my heart. This is a record. This is on a record that I put out about a month ago. If you haven't heard the record version of it yet. I thought I took the trash out last night, but I see you're still here. Going through my drawers, trying to make a score, drinking the last of my beer. I'm not gonna shout, I want you out, and I'll show you the worst. So much hate in my heart for myself, and I've got so much hate in my heart. Can't you tell? And I've got so much hate in my heart. So much hate in my heart. So much hate in my heart. Thanks to you, and I've got so much hate in my heart. Yeah, it's true, and I've got so much hate in my heart. You know, tonight just feels like that was the wrong sound effect for that. It feels good because I'm playing almost a completely different set, which again puts me, I was just in the mood to do that, but also it just works out. I feel in the right place. But also your requests came at the exact time that I was completely done with my set, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. And we were having a conversation. I Am the Cosmos was literally the last thing on my set. Everything's just jiving today. It happens every once in a blue moon, except for when I lose a pick and shove it in my mouth because I'm a fucking ape of a man. I did actually skip a couple songs, but I will play everyone's favorite Infinity for the Yellow Toxin. Sometimes I try to think about how to play the song differently. Maybe I'll play it without a capo. What about that? You could work at a cemetery, you could work at a department store. This is how I would sing it when I'm like 60. That's the reason why you capo songs when you're younger, because eventually you can just you gotta move them down. This song breathes. work at a cemetery, you could work at a department store, you could work at Tiffany's on the shore, but there will always be piss on the men's room floor. You could be surrounded by suits and ties, waltzing around giving you the eye. You could work at a fancy showcase, or work at a dumpster dive disgrace. You could work at MIT, at a warehouse packing meat. Get it? Packing meat. But there will always be piss on the floor and the seat. Piss on the floor, piss on the floor, stepping all the landmines when you walk through the door. You can make millions of minimum wage, but there will always be piss on the man's room floor. It never ceases to amaze me how one can miss so frequently. There's plenty of towels and there's plenty of paper. I'm gonna piss all over him when I find that caper. It's not hard, you can just lift up the seat. That's what it's there for. Piss on the floor, piss on the floor. Getting so pissed off I can't take it no more. Doesn't matter where you work or what you make, you will always be stepping over the yellow lake. You can make 6 figures or be dirt poor, but there will always be piss on the man's room floor. Always piss on the man's room floor. Always piss on the man's room floor. There will always be piss on the man's room floor. The octaves, they don't work with the C chord. I usually play it faster, but yeah. Yeah, Hate My Heart, that's on Bandcamp. Also Spotify. The record is on Spotify, if you're a Spotifyist. Or on Bandcamp, if you're a Bandcampist. Okay. What else did I skip? I wrote and recorded this. This was one of the first solo endeavors that I ever took on about 12, 13 years ago. The year was 2011, and I was, God knows how young. And I had broken up with a band, or the band had broken up with me. And me and the bass player decided to start a thing. The summer after I came home for my first year of college, and we were going to record these set of songs, but we didn't know what to call ourselves. And we were toying around with playing out and about here and there. And so we called ourselves Bears on the Beach, because previously we had been in class together, and we had convinced a bunch of our classmates, college mates, that there was a report that there were a bunch of stray rogue grizzly bears or black bears on Hampton Beach, terrorizing the beach goers, and that it was all over the news. And we were convincing people that everybody that we saw, that this is a news story and don't go to the beach because there are bears all over the beach. And people were like, "What the fuck?" And we're like, "Yeah, they're just like wild on the beach. So they're just like, somebody let them loose on the beach. Like they just wandered onto the beach and now they're terrorizing people." And obviously it was a little more believable than that. But we convinced at least a couple people, more than a couple people, that there were like wild black bears, like just imagine bears fucking on the beach. Anyways, we called ourselves Bears on the Beach. We put a record together, and it was kind of coincided with a Christmas record. So we made a
Jerry Sandusky was like the topic of the day, him, the pedophile man. So I did a joke version, which is highly sought after. A replaced lyric version of I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus, but I replaced all of the lyrics with I saw Jerry Sandusky fondling my friends. And I replaced all of the lyrics, and it's pretty fucking great. And then we made another couple Christmas songs, but we basically released this. It was basically an EP mixed with Christmas songs, and we were called Bears on the Beach. And I don't think you can find that online, but I do have the files, and I do have the files. That's all I'll say about that. But anyways, I recorded this song, and it has nothing to do with any of that, other than I did that with this band. Get on with it!
The night is coming out to stay. I'm in a good way. I'm feeling loose and she thinks I'm okay.
I always forget the lyrics to this first verse.
Outside, it's getting too dark to see. The hour's getting late. And good, I can say anything. No words can express how it feels. But when it gets late, it gets good, I come alive. I take the time. Ooh, I come alive. Sitting all alone in the dark tonight, ditched again. I'm going crazy. I need a friend, so I turn the music up real loud as I make an attempt to drown out the sound of the fight tonight. And I get in my van and go for a long ride to drown out the madness out of my mind. Why? 'Cause that's my style. And I drive and I drive and I drive all night, and I drive out of here, played out of sight, 'cause it's the only thing that I feel is right. And I drive till my knuckles are white. I take the time. Ooh, I come alive. You know there's no one else who can help me, but you gotta help yourself before anybody else. You know, good to society with your fucked up head and priorities. But no one believes you when you say you're sane. They just feel bad for you and think you're in pain. They think you're on the highway, but in the wrong lane, without an umbrella in the pouring rain. Well, it's not raining and I'm in the right lane, but no one's out on the road today. And there's not even one little cloud inside, and I'm not in no pain because I feel alright. I take the time. I come alive. This is the first and only song where I featured a bass solo followed by a guitar solo, so this goes around 10 more fucking times to accommodate for that, but I don't usually play that live, but it kind of feels weird to just end it on that last lyric. I take the time. Ooh,
was the first song I think I wrote that I was just like, that's a song. It was a youngin'. Piss on the floor, piss on the floor. Stepping over landmines when you walk through the door. Doesn't matter where you work, even if that's at home. Even if you live all alone, there will always be piss on the floor and up the door. You might be sick, you might be sick. If there's piss on the floor when there's piss on the door, you might be sick. If your pee is neon yellow, if there's red in your pee, you might want to talk to a doctor at 203. Pee on the floor, piss on the floor. You don't like to see it, but it's acceptable for humans for some reason. When your cat pees on the floor, you're like, what the fuck? When your dog pees on the floor, you're like, what the fuck? But when there's piss around the toilet, you're like, ah, he missed. What a fucking asshole. You still say, what the fuck? But you're like, that makes sense. But for some reason, our animals, when they piss on the floor, it's usually behavioral too, right? Like, cat pees on the floor because he's like, my litter box is not acceptable right now, or like, I can't go outside right now, which has not happened to us, thank God, but it did a long time ago, but unrelated. But usually it's like a problem, like a kidney issue or something like that. But I feel like when humans do it, we're like, oh, he just missed. But with animals, we're like, what the fuck? Oh, he just missed. He just does that. He just doesn't know how to control his penis when he... It's like, no, bitch. Make that fucker clean that shit up. I don't want to see pee when I lift up the lid. That just means whoever the fuck was in there before is a fucking gross bitch. What a fucking asshole. Clean up after yourselves, gentlemen. This is a Todd Snyder song. I highly recommend covering this because it's a great fucking song. Smoking long black Cadillac, the engine winding down. He parked it up on the sidewalk like he owned the whole damn town. I heard him talking to some chick through a thick ghost of smoke, through a thicker haze of southern line and Kugel and Coke. I'm not drinking Coke. Hey girl, you're harder than the hinges hanging off the gates of hell. Don't be afraid to call on me, babe, if he don't treat you well. And by he meant me, so I laughed and shook his hand. He laughed a little bit louder as he yelled up at the band, play a chain song, pour me one more round, make them leave my boots on when they lay me in the ground. I am a runaway locomotive out of my one-track mind, and I'm looking for any kind of trouble that I can find.
got this old black leather jacket, I got this pack of Marlboro Reds, got this stash here in my pocket, got these thoughts in my own head, and I'll walk until I've got to run on, till I've got to crawl. This moment that I'm in right now, nothing else at all. Play a chain song, pour me one more round, make them leave my boots on when they lay me in the ground. I am a runaway locomotive out of my one-track mind. Play a chain song. Television, blizzard lights, we looked around his place. We found him cold there on the sofa, a little smile across his face. And though I tried with all of my sadness, you know, I just could not weep. For a man to look to me like he died laughing in his sleep, playing a chain song. We poured him one more round, made him leave his boots on the day they laid him down. He was a runaway locomotive out of his one-track mind. Play a chain song, play a chain song, play a fucking chain Well, I went home with a waitress, the way I sometimes do. How was I to know she was with the mafia too? Ow! And I went gambling in Havana. I took a little risk. And lawyers, guns, and money, and booze, and shit. Dad, get me out of this! I'm an innocent bystander. Somehow I got stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh, and I'm down on my luck. Well, I'm down on my luck. Well, I'm down on my luck. Well, I'm down on my luck. And I'm hiding in Honduras. I'm a desperate man. Send lawyers, guns, and money. The shit has hit the fan. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Send lawyers, guns, and money. drugs and money. Oh.
I think I'm gonna leave it there. 3 hours is pretty good. Granted, like 15 of that was me just playing music at the beginning, but who's counting?